Last week, I sat down and I recorded a video where I promised and guaranteed 100% accuracy on every single prediction of the matches in week 1 of VCT Americas Stage 2, and that is the pick'em. So that was actually a really short YouTube video. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. And, well, I was wrong. Kind of. I won 4-2. I'll take that any day of the week. And so now we're going to get to do it again. We're going to go through every single match. Oh crap, I forgot it's Super Week. There's so many matches. We're going to go through every single match. And then, as always, we're going to end with power rankings at the end of the video. So let's go ahead and get started. The very first match of Super Week is Evil Geniuses up against Furia. Now, there's a lot of conversation about Furia and are they gonna be able to be as good as we think they might be. Nasra looks like the truth. MW had a big moment. They're also coming off of their very first win ever, which feels really good. EG also looked insane. I think low-key, this match is going to be a banger. Hey, Jogamo looked nuts. Shocker. Furia looked really good too. Ultimately, I believe in Jogamo and Potter and the rest of the EG core a little bit more. As much as Furia are making believers out of me, and they are, the truth is it's a really tough sell. So I'm going with Furia over, or excuse me, I'm going with EG over Furia, even though they did actually, I'm not gonna lie to you, I have no idea. I don't know where to go on this. I should have had a stronger stance. And upon further inspection, I realized that I'm sticking with my gut. I think EG take down Furia. Yes, Furia looked good against 100 Thieves. Yes, they beat 100 Thieves. And yes, Nasr and MW were nuts. But as I was saying before I let my intrusive thoughts win, I do genuinely think the structure and the program is better over at Evil Geniuses. I believe in Potter and what she's doing with that squad. So I got EG over Furia. Match 1. Match 2, Sentinels versus Crew Esports. Actually, I think this is going to be a banger as well. Guys, this whole week, I think we're due for bangers. I'm excited to see Crew again. We haven't seen them in a while. I think they're going to come out fresh. I think they're going to come out hot. The problem is Sentinels are going to be fresher and hotter. I mean, have you looked at Kaplan with the mustache? What are we talking about? Sentinels take down Crew 2-0. It's going to be close. It's going to be a lot of fun, but ultimately, I think Sen City on top. That will take us to match 3. Loud up against MIBR, the Brazilian brawl, as has been coined by me just now. I love the idea of Shaz on MIBR. I believe he's going to be playing for them again. And I think that's exciting. Ultimately, I don't think Paint is enough. I think Pancada is back for Loud, and there's a lot of reason for excitement on that side of things. Plus, it's Sadak. Man, somehow, he always finds himself competing at champs and making a run. This year will be no different. Loud over MIBR, taking us to Leviathan versus 100 Thieves. Hold the phone. Another banger. 100 Thieves come off of a loss against a team they shouldn't have lost to, probably. Lev are still Lev, and they're still nuts, and they're still good. They took down MIBR 2-0 last week. I think this is a big bounce back moment for 100 Thieves. I think we're going to learn a lot about the team here. I expect them to come out on top over Leviathan. As much as Tex has been insane, as much as Aspas is still Aspas, I think this is a really good bounce back match for 100 Thieves. So 100 Thieves over Lev. Monday, July 1st, 2024. Pay your mortgage and your rent and whatever else you have to do that day. NRG up against G2 Esports. There's a lot of talk about NRG, Finesse, and Sam, and oh, it's too late, and oh, they probably should have stayed streaming because there's no way they make this run. G2 just beat Cloud9 again after coming off of a top 3 finish at Shanghai, and I'm pretty sure if this ends poorly for NRG, if they lose this match, I want to say they're done. I might be wrong about that, but they almost couldn't afford to lose 1 match, and they did last week, much less 2. So I'm pretty sure this is do or die for NRG up against G2. Everybody loves a little drama. Everybody loves a little drama. I think NRG end up besting G2. It's going to be really close. It keeps hopes and dreams alive. G2 are still competitive. But I think NRG beat G2 just to keep things spicy and interesting. And then Sentinels Cloud9. I want to continue to believe that the Cloud9 project is going to work. 5-1 going into Shanghai. Yeah, the loss wasn't great. But for all intents and purposes, they should have been in Shanghai, and they weren't. Right, where were we? Sandals up against Cloud9. Ultimately, I believe too much in the Zek and Tens combo with John at the top in order to think that they lose this match. I think it'll be close. I think Cloud9 are very competitive, and they're going to continue to be very competitive. But again, people love drama. And for a team that was 5-1 going into Shanghai to all of a sudden find themselves 5-3, it's spicy. And that will take us to Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024. Evil Geniuses up against Leviathan. Dude, actually, this is a banger too. I feel like I don't feel confident about any of these decisions, but I have to sound confident because it's the internet. You know what I mean? My brain says Lev. Again, all of the pieces are there. King, I still rate him very highly. Tex continues to impress. You still have Asp. All those pieces are there, but my heart says EG. But I'm gonna go with my head here. I think Leviathan take down EG 2-0. Yeah. Trust. Hang on. The more I think about it, the more it makes sense. Go with Lev. Lev over EG. Loud versus Fury is the second match of that day. That one, unfortunately, is also the potential of being a banger. Another Brazilian brawl. Again, if my predictions are correct, which they will be. Furia will be coming off of a loss. Loud will be coming off of a win. And I think this Loud team is only going to get better with the addition of Pancada. Who knows if Sadak is still playing Duelist? I don't know what kind of nonsense they're doing over there, but it seems to be working, so who frickin' knows? Loud over Furia. And that takes us to the very last day of Super Week. MIBR versus 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves roll. They roll. They hard roll. And that takes us to Energy Crew. Another one that I think is low-key going to be a banger. Low-key think it's going to be a banger. Again, Energy can't afford to lose again. This might be the toughest match to call of the week. This is a tough one, but I want to go with Energy over Crew. Here's my thoughts. After Super Week, the dust is going to settle, and it's just going to be this massively disgusting pile of crap. And nobody's going to know what's what, who's on top. Nothing is safe. And that makes for exciting television. So, all right, predictions are done. Now we're going to get into the power rankings. As always, it's worth mentioning that these power rankings are incredibly controversial and incredibly divisive. And so we're going to fight when all this is said and done. This is what our predictions looked like last week. When we got done, we had 100 Thieves and G2 at number 1 and 2. Sentinels and NRG at 3 and 4. Crew, Loud 5-6. Leviathan, Cloud9 7-8. This is Evil Geniuses. It's incredibly dark. I don't really know why. At 9. Fury at 10. And then MIBR at 11. I can change the background color. Wow. Holy smokes. We're upgrading. Look at us getting better in real time. So after everything that took place last week, we need to do a quick little revamp of kind of what's going on here, and if we need to move people up or down, or let's start with 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves. What happened to you? What happened? I don't know what to do with this team. They lose to a winless Furia, who played very well, mind you, but they lost to a winless Furia. It just makes little sense. They have to come down. I mean, at least here? At least? We'll leave them there for now, and then we'll kind of see how we're feeling. G2 hold serve. It's hard to argue that they're not one of the top 2 teams in America right now, so we're going to leave them as is. Sentinels, I had them at 3rd. They take down NRG, and they look pretty freaking good doing it, mind you. Yes, I know it was NRG's first official, but NRG didn't look like slouches. I think they were doing a lot of cool things, and I thought they did them very well, so it wasn't like a rollover match. We're going to bump Sentinels up to top 2. I feel pretty good about that. I feel pretty good about that. But then that begs the question what we do with NRG. Because we had them in top 4. They lost to Sentinels. And they lost to a good Sentinels team. They lost to a very good Sentinels team. And again, it's not like they got fully destroyed doing it. They took them all the way back to OT on Sunset and then lost 14-12, the biggest fake comeback of all time. I think we do this. Chat, how do we feel about this? Do we feel good about this? That's a tough one. Let's move on. Crew. Crew we haven't seen play. We're going to leave them as is. Loud kind of still feels good where they are. Is the middle of the pack still just a mess? I mean, Loud looked good, but they weren't good enough. Yes, Pancada is interesting, but EG beat him. I mean, we have to do this, no? Right? Do we bump them up and then bump them down? How do we feel about this? Crew we leave alone, right? Leviathan coming off of a win against MIBR, which, whatever, I guess. Sorry, MIBR. I think we leave them there. EG, we have to bump up after taking down Loud, excuse me, 2-1. Joggamo's the truth. I kind of want to put him at 5-6, to be honest. Is this bad? Is this too much? Is this too much? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Furia beat Loud this week. Let's leave it like this for now. I feel pretty good about this. My G2 and Sentinels 1 and 2. I feel really good about that. You could split hairs on who's 1 and who's 2, but whatever. 100 Thieves NRG feels good there. Crew Lev EG feels tough. Crew Lev. Yeah, that feels fine. Cloud9 off of a loss. Loud off of a loss. Fury a win, but I don't want to bump them up too high, you know? But I mean, they did win, and these two teams did lose. So, all right. That's it. That's what we're going with. That's what we're shipping. I hate it for MIBR. It feels bad. It feels bad, but Paint's not the guy, man. Mate, he just struggled. And I hate it for him, but he struggled. He struggled real bad. We're shipping this. We're doing it. That is going to do it for week 2 of predictions and power rankings. As always, if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments below, and I will be personally offended by every single one of them. Make sure you like, comment, retweet, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.